Prince Andrew once invited Kevin Spacey and Ghislaine Maxwell to Buckingham Palace, where they allegedly sat on the Queen and Prince Philip's thrones, unearthed accounts claim. The Duke of York has been caught up in a civil legal case in the U.S. with Viginia Roberts Giuffre, who is suing Andrew for allegedly sexually assaulting her when she was a teenager, and a minor in a number of U.S. states. Ms. Giuffre claimed that convicted sex offenders Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein trafficked her to the Queen's son 20 years ago, when she was just 17. Andrew has vehemently denied the claims on a number of occasions. The Duke has faced intense backlash for his relationship with former friends Epstein and Maxwell. After a car crash Newsnight interview in which he attempted to distance himself from allegations made against him, the Duke of York stepped down from all royal duties in 2019. 6 months later, photographs emerged of two-time Oscar winner Mr. Spacey and Maxwell in the throne room of Buckingham Palace during a private visit in 2002. A source claimed to the Daily Telegraph in 2020, they were larking about on the thrones, doing regal waves. Ghislaine sat on the Queen's throne with Spacey pretending to be the Duke of Edinburgh. No one can recall if Prince Andrew was actually in the throne room at the time, but he was in charge of the visit. Buckingham Palace declined to comment when contacted by the Press Association. A spokesperson for Prince Andrew also declined to comment at the time. Last week, Maxwell was found guilty of recruiting underage girls to be sexually abused by Epstein. Meanwhile, Mr. Spacey, who was once one of Hollywood's most sought-after actors, faced a number of unproven allegations of sexual misconduct in 2017. That year, Mr. Spacey was accused of making unwanted sexual advances to a 14-year-old boy in the 80s. Since then, more allegations of sexual misconduct have emerged. Mr. Spacey has vehemently denied all claims. In 2017, Buckingham Palace confirmed the actor had visited Prince Andrew. In a statement, the palace said, Buckingham Palace is home to a number of members of the royal family who, from time to time, host guests in a private capacity. We are not going to comment on speculation about any private meeting of any member of the royal family. This week, confidential legal documents between Epstein and Ms. Giuffre were made public and showed that the Duke of York's accuser had agreed not to sue anyone connected to Epstein, who could be described as a potential defendant. Andrew's lawyers have since tried to convince Judge Lewis Kaplan that their client should be covered by the 2019 settlement, which saw Ms. Giuffre receive $500,000, £371,000. The Duke of York's representative Andrew Bretler attempted to have the case thrown out during a hearing on Tuesday. He insisted that the lawsuit should absolutely be dismissed, claiming it was unfair and unjust. Meanwhile, Ms. Giuffre's lawyers argued that the settlement with Epstein was irrelevant to her lawsuit with Andrew because it applied to people involved in legal action in Florida, which did not include Andrew. Mr. Kaplan has insisted that he will give a decision on the case very soon, though refused to specify when. He said, I appreciate the arguments and the passion. You will see my decision very soon.